Hello there, this is Infinity Nerd, and I am back here today to talk about that amazing finale the whole fan base just experienced with our own eyes, our own pupils, and some of the greatest Star Wars to ever exist and come into the universe, come into the galaxy on May 4th. I had such a great time. I just finished rewatching it. Beautiful finale. Okay, but this is where it gets confusing because I'm sort of in two minds here. When I watched the Clone Wars finale, it had a similar feeling as it was some of the best Star Wars I had ever laid my own Star Wars fan eyes on in my entire life, you know? And I left it to my brain at the time to sort of come to the conclusion that it was the best Star Wars that I ever seen. Like when I finished the Clone Wars, I thought it was the best show, best conclusion in all of Star Wars ever. But yeah, like now my views have just a tiny bit changed. I still think it's like S tier. I still think it's one of the best, but I wouldn't say the best show or like the best Star Wars we've had. I think Revenge of the Sith. Well, actually, to be honest, Clone Wars still might be the best show. Really, it's really hard to pick in between Rebels, Bad Batch, and Clone Wars, in my opinion. And now Maul Shadow Lord is there, but Revenge of the Sith was obviously the GOAT, the best Star Wars project. But yeah, happy May 4th, and I really think that Clone Wars was extremely good, just like how this show was. Like, really, was it some of the best shit ever? I absolutely loved this beautiful finale. Vader. There's this clip where Ewan McGregor's talking about how Vader scared him on set for the Kenobi show.
I had a moment because I didn't obviously in the three films that we made I didn't work with Darth Vader. So in this, the first scene that we did, we rehearsed it and we rehearsed it and him with the helmet on, whatever. And then in the scene, he comes up from behind me and we were getting ready and I'm getting my makeup done, and then we'd start the show action and I start walking down. And then I turn around, there's Vader coming at me. And I swear, like, I had this jolt of absolute fear, like real fear. Not, I've never had that in acting before. I was like 7 years old again going, because the face, the helmet coming at you.
And honestly, whenever I see Vader, he's more like a badass, He's more of like a cool villain that I really enjoy seeing on the screen. I really enjoy his presence, but like, of course he's scary, but I haven't actually had genuine fear, heightened fear evoked from Vader until I've actually seen this show. So I assume that this show felt like Star Wars. Like, this show made me feel like how people felt in the theaters in 1977 when A New Hope came out. That genuine fear, because when Rest in Peace Rick Ross as well, I really like the character. I really like a character from the Son of Dathomir comic and from Siege of Mandalore. He's now dead, sadly, rest in peace. And she's Mandalorian, very cool, but damn, when she died, I mean, I think it was a good story decision to pick her because it really shows Vader's like power level, even though she's not like a force user. I just feel like it's like, oh, he took down Rook Cost immediately. Like, that's fear this guy. That's what the episode makes us sort of fear and think. It's like, fear this guy. This guy took out Rook Cost. That feels impactful. Someone who was in the show for the entire thing, and so those was like a high status character right next to Lord Maul throughout the entire show. But whew, when he took her out in that crunch, it was almost like a monster. I was confused when the first time I watched it. I wasn't sure whether that was a monster or Vader, and it honestly reminded me of the Dagobah cave scene. And that scene is actually kind of like a scary type of scene. It reminded me of the Dagobah cave scene. It was almost like it was a throwback to that. And when I heard the breathing, this is like year one Vader breathing like that, like straight, like he's a horror villain. That's how it felt like. And the way he walked up to them, didn't say a word throughout the entire episodes, just straight macking the lightsaber. Straight this horror aura farming, and oh my god. My goodness, yeah, this was a peak finale. Very peak. Peakiest of the motherfucking peak. Peakest of the peak. But we got this scene where he takes on like Dak, he takes on everyone, and they're all trying to flee. And the scenery, the atmosphere looks absolutely beautiful. All the animated shows, especially since 2020, the Clone Wars come back, they look absolutely beautiful, you know. But this show obviously looks probably the best out of all of them. This show, yeah, I really like Bad Batch season 3 animation, but the scenery, the atmosphere, like the green trees that were in that place, it reminded me of Yavin, and it reminded me of like when I say it reminds me of Yavin, mainly it's not specifically the Yavin we see in Rogue One, we see in Andor, we see in the New Hope. It's the one in Battlefront where sort of you can, if you play if you play like Supremacy or Galactic Assault, maybe Galactic Assault, but yeah, if you play like Supremacy and you get Yavin on the Battlefront map, you get to explore different areas, and obviously heroes as villains, and it just reminded me of that entire area, like the blocky floors and the green trees and everything, and seeing the sorry, I keep calling him the sixth brother because I guess that used to be his name, but he's also the 11th brother, I guess. Very confusing, but the Crow and Merrick looked absolutely badass. Like they were like awesome. They looked amazing as they fought Devon. And I liked how she held them off, but they looked sinister as fuck throughout the entire 2 episodes of the finale. And in the first episode, they were top speed. Like these guys were running like they were running like crazy. They had a lot of speed to them. Just like the lightsaber battles, the lightsaber duels had a lot of speed to them. Very quick, fast moving lightsaber duels like Revenge of the Sith, but just animated style and just extremely fast and animated and flowy lightsabers and more kicking the lightsaber mid-air. Like, if that's not absolute cinema, then I don't know. Like, bloody hell, man. Beautiful episode. So I really like that scene where Ducky gets like taken out and Devon embraces her rage and the acting and oh my goodness, she is in fear and shock. Everything rage is seething through her veins and her bones and her like antlers or whatever. The dark side is with her. And I like how Maul just stands there like smirking like, yes, come to the dark side, Devon. Yes. Absolutely beautiful finale. And I really liked how Crimson Dawn got involved in these episodes. So they're gonna sort of explore that in the season 2. They obviously Paul Bettany's not voicing like Dryden Voss. But I kind of like it. I don't know, it just gives him a different feel than animated form. But I like how Dryden Voss was there. He just like pulled up to the place. And I feel like Dryden Voss, he's a very underused man. I didn't really care for him. So it's cool to see him in something else, and maybe I'm starting to like him more. And the warrior scenes, the you're not small, you're super tall, you're not small, it's hilarious as heck. But yeah, this finale was epic. So epic. Really, 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 really epic. And the lightsaber duels were on point, and the last scene where Devon's like, I'm ready. It seems like in season 2 she's gonna turn to the dark side. Before when the episode came out, I was thinking I would be okay if they didn't bring back Vader in season 2, but now after rewatching it, I'm thinking, yeah, it would be a splendid job for them to bring Vader back and Devon to sort of get their revenge, like how Moore was saying. He was like, and we shall have our revenge, yes. Yes. Because it reminds me of the Force Unleashed games, but I mean, Starkiller was a clone in the second game, but Vader showed up in both games, so I think she needs to show up. And bruh, some of the fight scenes with Vader, it was almost like he was toying with them. Honestly, that's how it felt like. It did feel like he was toying with them, but yeah, maybe he wasn't. I guess you could say because Maul just threw all the rocks on the ceiling on him, and it just came clashing down on him. And it's like you start to think, was he really toying? Because he didn't get the job done, I guess. But nah, bro. I like to believe that he was toying with them, and he wasn't taking it extremely seriously, like to the potential of how serious he could get. Because that's my boy Vader. It's pulled up to the episode. No word said. Just enforcing year one Vader. Just crashing out, grieving Padme, going crazy for the Emperor. Straight enforcer of the Sith, the Dark Lord of the Sith, showed up. This was beautiful. I really enjoyed these episodes and some of the best styles I've seen. I really loved it. I think this has the potential to be the greatest show of all time. It already is pretty much, but and when I first watched it, I kind of did think he looked like Fortnite Vader, but that was no problem to me. That was no problem. He looks less like the one in the Clone Wars finale when he's on that, like, yeah, he's with the snowtroopers, and yeah, and he picks up Ahsoka's lightsabers. But I prefer this design. I thought he looked absolutely sick. Like, he looked sick. Looked absolutely sick. It was such a unique and trippy finale. Such a unique and I'm starting to like Marok again. And I already like the sixth brother. And I wonder if Marok died. I don't think he did from that fall, but maybe he did, I guess. I don't know. But I'm not exactly sure Marok died from that fall. Because they didn't really cover what I was talking about in my last video, whether he was undead or not. They didn't really cover that. But one thing I would like to say is that I predicted Daki's death, but I assume other people did too. And I saw the Vader posters before it came out, so I already knew, like, yeah, I got, like, it got leaked to me. And I saw the Vader poster, and I already knew he was in the show, but I didn't know he was gonna fight. But in my brain, I just put two and two together. A lot of people were saying that he's gonna show up for one scene, like in Rebel season one, and in my brain, I was just thinking, well, if he has a full-on poster, they're not gonna do that. He's gonna surely have some screen time. And even when the season was going on, I was sort of contemplating in my brain, asking myself, is he gonna pop up in the like even that scene where Marok seems to speak to him? It probably was him. I was thinking, oh, is he gonna show up right after that scene in that same episode, or is he gonna show up in episode 5 because that was episode 4? But yeah, beautiful finale. I thought it was epic fight scene, some of the best lightsaber duels. I think that was really the standout of the episode, mainly the lightsaber fighting duels. It has better duels in the Clone Wars and Rebel. It has better duels in pretty much everything except Revenge of the Sith, pretty much. Now that I think of it, this is the best, yeah, like lightsaber duels that we've had, apart from Revenge of the Sith. But yeah, the music was on point too, but I loved this episode. But may the force be with you if you're watching this. I love the finale, and this is how Star Wars should be done. This is how it feels like Star Wars. I really enjoyed how they utilized John Williams' score more, because the only things that do that is like Fallen Order and Jedi Survivor and Star Wars Rebels. Those are like the only projects that really lean into John Williams' score. And this Maul Shadow Lord has been insane. They've been using the sound effects, like OG sound effects, like OG score music, the Duel of the Fates themes and everything. Just really feels like Star Wars. Dave Filoni, round of applause to Dave Filoni and the entire crew that did this. Thank you to the actors of Devon and Maul and Sam Witwer. Obviously, it's a beautiful show. I can't wait to see more. I remember the day that the Den of Nerds was talking about this in one of his videos. It's like, oh, there's gonna be a Maul show like in last year, and I was like, bro, are they really gonna do that? I wasn't sure, but I was hyped. I just trusted it. I wasn't sure it was gonna happen. I trusted it. Then Star Wars Celebration happened, and then the trailer happened, and like we went like months with no news, uh, and then the beautiful trailer came out. Then we saw more, and then there was just so much hype before the show came out. But yeah, so brilliant. Absolutely loved it, and I can't wait to see more seasons. This is so beautiful. It was one of the best nights of my life watching that. Vader was a straight up horror villain. Even in the rewatch, it was jump scaring me. Like the way he put his arm through that brick wall, crazy. Oh my goodness. Straight up came in just full on Sith Lord, force wielding, lightsaber dueling. Just no words, all action. Okay. May the force be with you. Always. See ya.